Okay, so hopefully everybody can see me and you're all right, yes? Good. Let's start then. Let's jig about. Get nice and warm. Yeah, I suppose you could play your Christmas tunes, even if you haven't got your Christmas outfit on. Look, I've gone all out today. And take it all the way up. Shake out your stress, anxiety, loosen everything up. And roll down towards the floor. Notice how your back's feeling, your body's feeling today. Is it groany? Or is it feeling all right? Roll through the spine as you lift your body up using your core strength. Take the arms up and then out and wide. Lovely. Let's just shimmy the shoulders a little bit. So just shimmy around the shoulders, shimmy the back, shimmy all the way forwards and shimmy back again. Lovely. Just get them nice and loose and through. Lovely. And then shake out the legs and the feet, the ankles, the hip, the knee. Let's check the balance. So it'll be balancing tonight. So just check how it is already. And you know if you need the wall support or a bit of furniture, stable furniture. And swing into that hip. Bend into the knee and circle the ankle. Free up the ankle. Lovely. And the opposite direction. Point and flex the toes. Drop the foot down and shake out the other foot, the knee and the hip. And take it wide and open. Let's take it back again and check your balance on this foot. Bring it forwards, swing into the hip, bend into the knee, and circle the ankle. And the opposite direction. Point and flex the toes a few times. Drop the foot down and kick out the hips and feel that lovely stretch through the hip flexors. Lovely. And then soften the knees and let's have that big circle. Just feeling again into the hips, into the lower back. And the opposite direction, loosening everything off. Let's swing the arms now and tap the kidneys to the back of the hands. So a bit of stimulation for the kidneys. Massaging internal organs and freeing up that spine. Take the arms up. All the way up to the top, nice big reach. And come all the way down again. Take the hand across the body, stretch the shoulders, you push away the heel of the hand. And then take the arm up into the corner. And then right up to the ceiling. Nice big lift and reach. Push it forwards now. And separate those feet nice and wide. Bend alternate knees, tap the inside of the ankle. If you can reach, if you can't, just your knee. Anywhere you can reach is fine. Take the hands through the legs. If you can, tap the back of the mat. If you can't, just anywhere that you can reach. I'm going to give you a bigger stretch now. Warming up through that lower body. And then come forwards now towards the front of the mat. Still bending alternate knees. And then gently roll up through the spine, bone by bone. Walk the shoulders as you walk your feet into hip distance and start to scoop past the knees. Soften the knees, use the hands, motivate those shoulders by leading with the elbow. Nice big scoops. Lovely. Last one here. Excellent. Let's go skiing. Pick your mountain. Take a lovely deep breath in. Stretch up tall and imagine that freedom. Let out the toxins. Roll up through the spine. Lift, breathe in, breathe out. Let go. And again, roll up, breathe in, breathe out. Let go. Let's release some energy from the spine. Happy endorphins. One more time. Let go. Roll all the way up now. Circle the arms. Pull back with the elbows. Down and back and feel any knots in the shoulders, neck. Do that again. Inhale and then exhale, pull down and back and drop and relax the arms. Well done. So feel free to grab a drink here if you need a drink. And you might want to put some slower music on as we just do a standing meditation. So having your feet hip distance apart into Dasana, your first posture, your mountain posture. Pirate side fist in between the broadest part of the feet so there are no gaps. So your hip distance apart. Rolling those shoulders up, back and then down and gently tucking under the tailbone just a touch so as your pelvis comes in neutral. Imagine there's a golden thread attached to the centre of the head and you're being pulled up towards feet. ceiling. You'll feel the whole body is reaching up and stretching through. Have the chin parallel to the floor and tuck it back just a touch. But relax the joints, relaxing the body, relax the knees and the elbows, and relax those shoulders. You can here, if you like, either close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever suits your body. Remember, you can always sit if it's too much to stand during your meditation. We're going to breathe right down the bottom of the lungs. So hit that stomach with a breath. Inhale. Stop the breath before it goes past the belly button here. Hold on to that breath and notice any sensations that you're feeling around the hips and lower back. And then exhale really slowly. And as you exhale, scan yourself from the crown of the head to the tips of your fingers and toes. And just notice how your body's feeling today. Notice any aches, any pains, any discomfort in your body this evening. Let's take the breath a little bit higher now. So inhale, deep again, right to the bottom of the belly. But this time, taking the air just past the belly button. Hold the breath. Don't let go any further, but hold on to that breath. And again, notice any sensations, maybe around the rib cage. Now the sensations there at the moment. Then exhale really slowly and start to relax any grip that you've got in the legs, the feet, the hips, the pelvis, and the glutes. So you start to relax that lower body. Let's take the breath right to the top of the chest now, but without moving the shoulders. So draw the breath right to the bottom of the belly, so you move the hips a little. Take the air through the ribcage, you feel those sensations of widening out through the ribs. And then take the air right to the top of the chest. Hold on to that breath, don't let it go just yet. Just notice the fullness of the breath and the sensations you're feeling now around the chest and maybe the shoulders, the arms. Then exhale really slowly, dripping out that air bit by bit through the nose, and start to relax your upper body now, making sure that your arms are free and light and your fingers are relaxed, your chest is relaxed, your rib cage, your back is relaxed. Notice if your head is heavy, your throat is tight today. Let's take that full breath again. Breathe nice and deep, all the way from the bottom to the top. Hold the breath and enjoy the breath, noticing the sensations within the body as you hold on to that breath. Feeding your body with oxygen. Then exhale really slowly through the nose and start to let go of any tension in your throat and your neck muscles. Relax any tension under your hair, in your face. Soften your eyes. Your head starts to feel a little bit lighter and more relaxed. And as you breathe normally, you have a glance at what's going on in your head at the moment. Is your mind still busy? Have you got a monkey mind? Are you still in work or your last conversation? Maybe planning your evening or even your weekend? Whatever's on your mind at the moment, just try to let go. Try to think of your breathing instead, noticing the breath in the body as the stomach, your chest gently rises and falls. You just focus on that and just let go of any thoughts, allowing your head to become vacant. Give your mind a little break, a vacation. And just notice a beautiful sensation throughout your body and your mind as you allow your mind and your body to relax. Spread your toes wide on the mat and become aware of the ground below your feet. Feel very anchored, very solid and grounded to the floor, to the earth below. Now watch your balance as you gently sway from the front to the back of the feet, massaging your feet into the floor. Keep the toes fixed to the floor, don't lift the toes. Just gently swaying, gently rocking the body. And just feel that your mind is peaceful. And then start to rotate the feet in a circle, getting all those pressure points on your feet, all the reflexology points, all of which are connected to different parts of your body, and have an effect on different parts of your body as you move and massage the feet. Let's circle the opposite direction, giving yourself a little foot therapy. All the way round to the centre. Wonderful. Stop your breath by Shuna. So we're going to take a lovely deep breath in, cross the arms in front of the body, the right over the left, with the arms high. And then exhale, let the arms just float down to the ground, softening the knees, and then cross the left over the right. And just continue in your own time, alternating those hands in front. So we inhale up and we exhale, allowing the arms to fall. So imagine you're pulling positive energy up through all of your energy centers from the earth. And as you exhale, imagine that soft, white, fluffy jumper falling to the floor, holding onto your stress and then letting go as that jumper drops to the ground. Inhale, exhale, peeling off the layer of your stress with the layer of that jumper, and just watch it fall and be absorbed by the air. Inhale up and exhale down. Imagine filling yourself with positive energy. Last one here. Inhale up and then exhale down. And then relax the shoulders, relax the arms, and gently open the eyes. So we're coming down to the floor, but before you come down to the floor, some things that you may require if you haven't got them to hand. We've got a little bit of hamstring stretching that have prep the body for this. You might need if you're not super stretching your hamstrings, might need, just one, I think, not two today, but it's just one. And cushions if you're tightening your hips, or you're tightening your hamstrings as well. So first of all, we're going to sit. If you want to come down to a seated position and just angle your canvas so as I can see you on the floor. So we'll start on the floor and then we'll be going up. So cross your legs in your chosen cross-legged positions. You'll always have a favourite way to cross your legs. So if you wonder why I keep glancing down in this corner, because that's where you sat at the moment, next to the camera. I've had to rearrange all the furniture for the Christmas tree. So we're just literally going to stretch the spine to start with. So feel like somebody's going like this, right? So you've got a lovely cord here at the top of your head, and somebody's lifting you up to go from the saggy position, if you like, to the upright position, nice and right back. Wonderful. And then you're going to take your ear to, excuse me, no matter which side. So just pop your ear to one side towards your shoulder so you can release the neck. When you do that straight away, especially if you've been working at a desk and stuff, you tend to still hold tight, or driving lots as well. You hold tightness there. So I want you to just relax with the out breath and just keep this shoulder stable. Take your hand now and take it on top of the head, or rather the side of the head, and just let the weight of the head pull down. So you've got that extra stretch, and do be careful on this one. So if your ear is bending down towards the right shoulder, it'd be right hand that comes over to pull down. That makes sense, yeah? Okay. And just let go, so you can feel that stretch, and carefully if it doesn't make you dizzy or sick, though, stop if it does. Lovely. Then release the hand before you lift your head upright. Take the opposite side now. You might find some resistance there again. So just with the out breath, just let it flop and relax. And then you want that extra stretch, take your hand just onto the side of the head here, and you let the weight of the arm and the hand. So you're not really pulling, you're just letting the weight rest. So it gives you that extra stretch. Now try to let go of the tension by breathing out and relaxing the muscles in the neck by breathing out, and you get that extra little stretch. Lovely. Take the hand away and bring the head upright. Then drop the chin down to the chest, still keeping nice and tall in the spine. Do you feel a really big stretch in the back of the neck? Now you can, if you want to, take both hands now, interlock the fingers and take them around the back of the head. Let the elbows drop forwards and just feel that extra pull again. So inhale, as you exhale, let go. And just let the weight of the hands pull forwards. So that lovely stretch. I actually quite like this. Like it's really nice. It's good. Inhale as you exhale, take your hands away and lift the head up. And look up at the ceiling as opposite ways. You need to have some control of your neck muscles when you do this one. Your vertebrae on your tongue in the neck. So just stretch up tall. We'll have a little bit of facial yoga here, I think. Why not? So I want you to bring your bottom set of teeth over the top set. So you're really stretching under this chin here. And then relax the teeth and bring the head back to the center. Wonderful. Redistribute your legs. So cross the opposite way. So you might feel a bit strange, and be careful of the knees if your knees are a bit dodgy. Just have a looser grip if your knees dodgy. And you can support yourself here. It's too much for your hips, by the way. So what we're going to do now is going to bring our cactus arms up here. So elbows are coming in line with the shoulders. Lovely. You're pushing back to start with, so the backs of the arms and the palms, the backs of the hands rather, are pushing back as if you're trying to grip a pencil with your shoulder blades, stretching your pecs here. Excellent. And breathe, don't hold your breath. And you're going to come in the opposite now, so you're going to bring the elbows together, keep them nice and high, shoulder height, bring the hands together first, and then see if you can get the elbows together. You may or may not be able to do that, depending on how tight your shoulders are. Breathe in as you breathe out, just a little lift of the hands so you feel those shoulders really stretching out. And then inhale as you exhale, take the hands away, take them behind you and interlock the fingers. Pull the hands down towards the floor and then lift them up and start to bend and lean forward, leading with the sternum. You get that lovely stretch again through the pecs, bringing it forward. Excellent. And then slowly roll yourself all the way back again. Undo the arms, give the arms a little shake. Take them up to shoulder height again. Going to do eagle arms now, Garudasana arms. So you're going to cross your arms. So your my left arm's going under the right, as tight as you can, right up high. Then bend the elbows. Now it may be that you're a little bit restricted, depending on how built up you are of the body, and you might just here, and that's fine. If you can, do a double leap, so as your hands coming together. Now you might be able to do that, you might not. It's a big stretch, this one. But watch you not doing this. If your forearms underneath, you're not going to be able to get anywhere near. So try to cross as high up as you can, so the joints of the elbows are allowed to bend. That makes sense. It might not happen. Don't worry if it doesn't happen. So inhale as you exhale. Let's take those arms a little bit higher now. Do be careful if you've got shoulder damage on this one. And keep the hands away from the face. So keep them away from the face. You feel that lovely stretch getting through the shoulders. Breathe, obviously. And relax the arms. Take the arms away. Give them a shake. Give them a shake. And we'll do the opposite side. So raise the arms. Let's cross the opposite arm underneath now. So my right is going under the left now. So go as tight as you can, those upper arms. Bending the elbows. You might want to stay here. If you can, you do that double wrap. Lovely. Take the hands away from the face and then lift those elbows up a touch. It's a tweak, but it's quite strenuous on the shoulders, so do be careful if you've got any shoulder damage. So breathing in, breathing out the whole time. Well done. You're doing a good job. So that lovely stretch through the shoulders. Then inhale as you exhale, slowly uncurl those arms and give them a nice shake out. Lovely. Taking your left hand onto well, it doesn't really matter, whatever side. So, and then take the arm over the top, so right arm over the top. So lovely side bend to lateral flexors of the spine. Let's push up, use your core strength, take the hand the opposite side, and again, just manipulating the spine here. So just working it a little bit more free. Just going literally from one side to the other. Stretching out the waist, the intercostals as well, through the ribs. Inhale, exhale, just taking it from one side to the other. And just a little flow, just one more time each side. As you arch through, lovely. And back again. And then drop the hand down and reposition those legs again. Crisscross again. Shake out the ankles if you need to shake out your ankles. Just holding on to your knees now. We're going to do, it's like a seated cat martial asana now. So remember, the cat is always from the bottom of the spine working up. And when you come out of the cat, it's the same, from the bottom working up. So think of that scenario. So you move, your vertebra is stuck like this. You're going to be opening and closing the vertebrae, like hydrating the spine. So what I want you to do, first of all, is squeeze your pelvic floor, tuck under your bum. You tuck under your bottom, you tuck under the tailbone, and then your belly button, the Bandha, pulls in, so that little lock there, that belly lock, solar lock. Pull that back in, so you're tightening your belly muscles, and then start to push your back backwards, yeah? You push the back backwards, and then start to round the shoulders forwards, and then drop the head, tuck the chin in, as if you're trying to look back at the navel. So your whole spine should be in a C shape. Don't forget to breathe though, still breathe. Then inhale as you exhale. You're going to relax at the bottom, so relax the tailbone, and then start to tilt the hips the opposite direction, pushing your belly button forwards. Roll through the spine, roll the shoulders back this time, and lift the head up to look at the ceiling, keeping control of that neck. The opposite way. You can pull back a little, having your hands here on the knees. You can extend the arms, watch your balance, pull back a little while you have that little arc in the back. And inhale as you exhale from the tailbone again. You're going to tuck that tailbone under, squeeze the pelvic floor, pull back with the belly button, start tightening those tummy muscles, draw the upper back and push that back in as if you're pushing it in towards the wall. Drop and curl the shoulders, drop the chin, and again you can lean back if you like and feel that lovely stretch in the spine, looking down towards the navel. Excellent. And then bring yourself all the way upright to an upright seated position. Take a breath in now as you lift the arms above the head, pull up through the waist and rotate one side, and then drop your hand, one in front of you, one behind you. On the floor if you can, on your legs and your back if you can't. And then lift yourself up and twist, rotate as you're looking towards the side of the body. And breathe, and feel that lovely lift as you lift through the spine. Let's inhale and draw it up again, nice and tall as you pull through the body. Rotate, drop the hands down onto the floor, push up with the hands and rotate so the spine's lengthened before it twists. Relaxing the shoulders and breathing in that stretch, that rotation. Then inhale, come up. And exhale, drop the arms and untangle your legs, give them a nice shake out. You might want to just work the ankles nice and loose as well. So just feel the ankles, rotate the ankles forwards and backwards, and yeah, just get them loose, even give them a little bit of a shake if you like. Okay, so what we're going to do now is put on to all fours. So for those that need cushioning underneath the knees, you can have cushioning there. There are some lovely little stretches for you here. So we did our cat cow, so it should come easy for you now. We're doing the same again, but on all fours this time. So hands are directly under the shoulders and the knees are directly underneath the hips. So when you look back, you shouldn't see your feet. They should be hidden by the knees. Tuck under the tailbone. Raise the back up to the ceiling. Drop the head and look back at the navel. And feel that lovely stretch in the spine. This time your spine's in an N shape now. So imagine you're making the shape of an N. Just tie my head back a bit so better. And then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone away from you, roll through the spine bone by bone. This time the shoulders come back and down. You're looking forwards and you're pushing your belly button towards the floor. Let's tuck under again and squeeze that pelvic floor as you roll through the spine. Lift the back to the ceiling, tuck the chin in and look back at the navel. So your body's in an N shape. Then push back on the next out breath, push your tailbone back, Rolls through the bones, bone by bone, shoulders back and down, sternum is forward, belly button towards the floor. Excellent. And then we're just going to bring ourselves in a neutral position. So just in the box position, just tucking under the tailbone so you're flattening out the back. Go to do weaving cat with a little bit of a difference. So you're weaving cat today. You're going to take your left arm under the right arm, drop your head down towards the floor and your shoulder. Now, if you need to, use a block underneath your head. If your shoulders are broad, and that takes your neck. Okay. There's a little bit of a variation coming, so you can do this or not do this. You can choose. So if you just push this shoulder back, so you push this right shoulder back, you get a tweak. A nice stretch there in your thoracic cavity. But if you like, so first variation would be to stretch your right leg back, toes to the floor, so you can feel a calf stretch. Yeah, you don't have to do these variations, you just stay in the weaving cat if you like. The second variation, if you want to give it a try, is to, and it's a balance, so be careful, is to lift that leg, that right leg off the floor. They're very different to the weaving cats that you've done in the past. I'm coming to have a look at you, stay where you are. Can't see in that position. Well done. And don't forget to breathe. Lovely. Now inhale. As you exhale, lower the leg down and draw the knee back to where it was before. Pull yourself all the way back up onto all fours again. And we'll do that the other side, okay? So we're going to take our right hand underneath the left hand this time. Just give it round this way because you'll be able to see. And again, you can put your head onto a block or a cushion if you need to. So this weaving cat's fine. If you just want to stay here, that's fine. You can push down with this hand that's on the floor, this left hand. Push, rotate this left shoulder back, and that'll give you that extra tweak. You can then, if you like, take your left leg and tuck the toes under that calf stretch. Push the heel back to get that calf stretching. And as a third variation, this is optional again. Breathe in, make sure that you're pulling in your pelvic floor and your belly button to get some stability in the core as you begin to lift the left leg off the floor, if you like. Not for everybody, remember. Breathe, don't hold your breath. It is a balance. So do be careful and make sure that you've got your core switched on for this. Well done. Inhale now as you exhale, slowly lower that leg down. Draw the knee back to where it was and pull yourself back up onto all fours. Well done. So now you're on all fours, we're going into tiger. So by Grasson now, you're going to stretch our right leg back and tuck the toes under. Then you're going to lift that right heel up. So make sure that you're not kinked here. You're not pointing outwards. So the toe and the knee is down, pointing down towards the floor. So it keeps your hips nice and stable. You should be squeezing your glute in the back of the hamstring to keep this alignment here. If you can take your left hand now in line with the left ear and look down at the mat. So, and imagine I've got your fingers and I've got your toes and I'm pulling you apart. So just from the centre, just pull away from the centre, that little tweak, and feel very stable in the body. Really pulling in that Uddiyana Bandha again, that belly button. So you've got that lovely lock in the centre, in your energy centre, in the centre of the body. Breathe in as you breathe out. Take the hand down, take the leg down. Well done. Let's take the opposite leg out now. So the left leg extends, toes to the floor to start with. And then take the heel directly up so as you're not kinking the toes outwards or the knee outwards. Keep stable. You need to really squeeze into your glutes here in the back of the hamstring. Take your right arm, if you're stable enough, take your right arm and have the upper arm level with your ear. Little finger facing downward and look down at the mat and imagine again that you're stretching from the centre of the body. You've got your hand, you've got your foot, and we're pulling you apart from the centre. Feel the strength in your core as soon as you do that little tiny tweak there. And breathe, don't hold your breath. Well done, guys. You've been stable. Move by Grasson. And take the hand down, take the leg down. Excellent. If your body needs it at any point during these exercises, or posture should I say, take your bum by your feet here into child and stretch it out. Work your wrists if you need, whatever your body requires, don't forget, give it what it needs, okay? Don't stress it out. Now there's an advancement that we've got here now today. And again, you don't have to do the advancement, just do biograssing again if that's what you need to do. So what you're going to do today is you're going to stretch whichever we have first. So the left leg, stretch the left leg out, lift the heel up again. So you're in this position, toes are pointing down at this point. Then your right arm is in line with the ear, just back into your tiger as you were. You can stay here if you like, or you can bend the back leg. So bend that leg to right angle if you can. So that's the first variation. Your second variation would be to take your right hand around the back so you can reach your left foot. Okay, these you don't have to do them. All right. Now what you want you to do is to push the foot into the hand so as it arcs the body a little. Now do be careful, make sure you're very stable in your core when you do this. You can hurt your back otherwise if you're not using your core strength. So if you tighten your quad, it's going to give you a lovely quad stretch. And breathe, don't hold your breath. You're doing well, guys. Just looking forward, just looking ahead as you lift and stretch. Wonderful. And then let's drop the hand, drop the knee back to the floor. Well done, guys. And again, if you need to stretch out, feel free to stretch out. So let's take the opposite leg now, stretch it behind you. Let's lift up in a straight line so there's no tweaks, no twists, no kinks. The knees pointing down to the floor, the knee is stable. The opposite arm now comes outwards. So as we have our arm in line with the ear. So your left arm is out, your right arm is back, or the vice versa if you went the other way. So your first tweak, if you want it, first variation would be to bend the knee. See how you get on. That might be enough. If you can, and if you want to, you can take the left hand around to the right foot, or the opposite way if you want the opposite direction. So it's got to be an opposite. That's it, lovely. And again, you're pushing the foot into the hand, you're arcing the front of the body, you're looking forwards. So you're in this like sort of semi-bow posture really, in this variation. Breathing in, breathing out. It is a balance. So if this is too much for you, just go for this one. Yeah, the arm, whatever, it doesn't really matter which. And then take it all the way down again. So you might be able to do one side and not the other, it often happens. So now what you're going to do is sit back onto your heels. If this is painful for you to do because of your feet don't like it, then put a blanket underneath the arches of the feet. And if it's too much for knees, you can put a cushion underneath your bum, between your calves and your bottom. And then push forward with the arms. Drop the head either onto the floor or a cushion if you need to. And just feel that lovely stretch and extended child. Don't forget to breathe, of course. And then gently walk the hands all the way back. Perfect. And we're going up into down dog now. Just need to take some things off. Have you warmed up now? Yeah, well, you're not. I've definitely warmed up. Okay. I'm still Christmassy underneath there. Right, okay, so down dog, everybody. Placing our hands on the floor, knees under the hips again, tucking those toes underneath. We're going to do some standing postures after this, guys. So we're going to hover the knees. So make sure the knees are bent at this stage, it's like a little squatted, semi-squatted position. Take the coccyx as high as you can to the ceiling. Head comes back in between the arms, so your back is nice and straight. And then you start to lower the heels to the floor, stretching out the legs. Now we haven't done much stretching of the legs yet, so let's walk the dog. Bend alternate knees and start to press the body inwards to come. Excellent, making sure that head stays between the arms and the legs. And breathe, don't hold your breath. Now, if you can, you're going to do a three-legged dog. If this is not for you, carry on with walking the dog. If you can, you're going to lift the left leg up, point it upwards, and straighten out the leg as much as you can. You might not go that high, it doesn't matter. And then drop the foot down and lift the opposite leg up into your three-legged dog. Well done. And breathe. If you like, you don't have to. Just walk the dog if you want to instead. Lovely. Now we're going to step forward. So you're going to drag the leg through towards the hands. So if you can't do that, just do it on the knees instead. Then step forward with the other foot, so you're back into this position. Move you over here. So doing a forward bend. Yeah, forward bend position. So you might be still tight in hamstrings. If you are, just take your hands around the ankles instead and just gently pull your chest in towards the thighs. If you're flexible enough, you can place your hands on the floor, relax the head and draw yourself in towards those thighs. So try to relax the neck, the 7 vertebrae there in the neck, the weight of the head pulling you forward, stretching out the spine. And just feel a little bit more flexibility in your hamstrings and your glutes. Now we're going to soften the knees, roll up steadily through the spine, bone by bone. Backs of the hands come together. Breathe in, stretch up tall, have a nice big reach. And exhale as you drop the arms and roll the shoulders. Lovely. I'll let you grab a drink if you want one now. So notice one, two, having a drink. So I'll let you have a drink because we've got lots of standing postures to do now. So when you're doing your standing postures, as you know, I double mat here, and the middle of that's too basic for me to do any standing postures. You might need the assistance of a wall or a stable piece of furniture like a tall chair or something, possibly, okay, because we are going to do a little series of balance in here. Where if you're tight in your hamstring, this is where your belt or your tie or scarf comes in from this one. So make sure you angle your camera again so as you can see me and I can see you. But the first one we're going to do is going to do, excuse me, a tree. We're going to do the leaning tree today. So Vikarsan. And you're going to spread the toes wide on your right foot and just feel rooted and solid to the ground. Imagine that you are a tree, your legs are the tree trunk, your toes are the roots growing down into the earth, okay? So as you breathe in, you start to pull up through your pelvic floor and pull all those muscles up underneath here. So you've got the inner core strength. So breathe in, lift the arms up, and take the hands above the head with the palms together. Now, if your balance isn't great, you can put your toe down on the floor, if you like, in the heel, into the inner ankle. If you can, you raise it a little bit higher so as your leg comes into towards the calf. But if you can, you take it higher still, so you're just underneath, above the knee joint. Make sure that you're not squeezing onto the knee joint. Okay. And breathe in. Now, as you breathe it out, keep nice and stable. Stare at something that's not moving. Keep that core nice and strong, and then start to lean over towards that left side. So if your left leg is the one that's raised, that's the side that you're leaning towards. And breathe. Don't hold your breath. Well done. Job. Good concentration. Then inhale as you exhale. Pull yourself back to the center. Slowly drop the leg, drop the arms. If your shoulders ache from tree, just give them a little bit of a shimmy. Now, this is where your tie might come in handy, or your belt, or what I call the arm extension. Okay, I'm going to show you arm extension first. So if you're using your arm extension, this is if your hamstrings are a bit tight. You probably benefit from a tie here. A piece of furniture also if you're unstable with the balance. So you're grounding the same foot again, so we're grounding still on the same leg to give it strength. And then you're going to start to lift the other leg in front of you. Yeah, you lift the other leg in front of you. So we're trying to keep the leg straight that's on the floor and the leg straight that you're holding onto. So if you see, I'm using the tie here as an example. So you start with the knee bent, and then once you get the leg up, that's when I've got talk and balance, you know this. that's when you can start to straighten out the body here into this position. Okay, let's have a look. That's it. If you don't need to, if you're quite stretching your hamstrings, you don't need anything, then you just hold on to your toes. Make sure it's all of your toes, not just the one toe, no broken toe. Now, if you can, we're going to take our other hand towards the toes, okay, if you can. Yeah, and then you're going to attempt to lean forward, hinge from the hips. You won't flatten out. Well, I'll be very surprised if you do better than me if you do. But never say never. So it's in this position here. Yeah. That's it. So just trying to, oh, well done, Lena. That's good. And breathe. Good job, everybody. It's good attempt. Brilliant. Okay, and then drop that leg down by bending the knee. Give everything a bit of a shimmy again. Same leg again. If the standing leg is aching, just shake it out. Okay, if the standing leg is aching, just trying to build some strength in this leg before we start to stretch it out. And then we'll reverse it in a second. So now the next stage is we're going to lift that leg once more, as it was, with the belt on your hand. Then we're going to take it outwards. We're going to fan the leg outwards. So again, if you need any furniture to hold on to, get near some furniture or wall. So we're going to lift up. Not like that. Extend out. And then take it open. In that position. And breathe and hold your breath. Let's have a look. Well done. That's good. Try to, if you're using the tie or the belt, try to use it in one hand instead of two. And you'll probably find it's a little bit easier. Lovely. Using the furniture if you need to. But sometimes the furniture is just giving you confidence, so you might need to just have a little light touch. Your fingers just about touching it. It's all about concentration. Whenever you do balance, it's about concentration. Good. So when you've had enough of that, bring the leg round, drop it down, give everything a wiggle and a jiggle, especially the feet. Okay, and we'll have a go on the other side. So you have a better side, you have the not so good side. So remember, we're starting with tree, so you can ditch your arm extensions now if you like. So again, your choices are totally floor if you need to, if you're a bit wobbly. So let's breathe in, take the arms high above the head, unless you've got blood pressure or you feel sick or anything, and then drop it down here. Take your toe to the floor, or take your foot into the inside of the calf, or higher still, but again, watching the joint. You're trying to get this knee fanned out, but depending on how your hips are set, it might not happen. Then breathe in. As you breathe out, let's start to lean over toward that folded leg. Lovely, some beautiful bending and leaning trees there. Fasten the tree. And then inhale. As you exhale, bring it back to the center. Drop the arms, pop the leg to the floor. And again, wiggle anything that needs to wiggle. Now you might need that extension here. Arm extension over your foot or under your foot. So let's ground ourselves again, building strength into this standing leg. Make sure that, especially if you've got dodgy knees, you are using your quad muscle on the standing leg as well as your glutes and your hamstrings to really tighten and firm up that leg, as well as being stable through the core. So then as you're stable, you lift your other leg there by bending the knee and taking hold of those toes, or using your tie. Straighten out the standing leg as well as the opposite leg, and lift yourself up in this position. Just hold that position and breathe. Don't hold your breath. Again, using a tie if you need to, underneath the foot to lift. But if you're using the tie, try to just use the one hand rather than the two hands at the moment to lift the foot. And then if you can, take the other hand forwards and then hinge from the hips as you lean forward into a one-legged forward bend. Well done. Concentration. Try to get your concentration. Breathe. Good job. And then slowly lower it down. Give everything a wriggle and a jiggle. Luna's coming to join us again. She likes to get involved in yoga. I almost dressed Luna up. She's got a little outfit. She's got a little Santa outfit the daughter bought her. But she will wear it as well. Weird. So anyway, let's have a look now, see if we can do that lovely side movement, that rotation for the hips. Careful of any dodgy hips here. So feel nice and stable again in the same standing leg, really engaging the muscles in the core as well as the leg. Let's bend the knee, reach for the toes or use your tie. You can use your opposite hand this time for stability, so just take it out wherever it needs to be stable. So as you stretch your leg forward, start to rotate out to the side. Lovely. And breathe, don't hold your breath. Excellent. So your leg might not go this side, doesn't matter how wide it goes, to be fair. You just do it nice and low. So if you're using your tie here, and you're quite tight, then that's still going to give you a lovely rotation here. Well done. Good job. And then bring it back around to the centre and drop it down. And again, that standing leg, it tends to, you feel it, don't you, in that standing leg, so feel free to shake that out. So we work the hips loose a little bit, so we've got this movement, next movement, you can do by dropping your knee to the floor. The version I've got is off the floor, but you can drop the knee to the floor to make it a little bit easier. And I've got some add-ons that you've done before, but it's been some time since you did them. So anyway, what we're going to do is just step back, so you've got your warrior feet. So nice and long with your legs today. So don't have too short a stance on this one today. Heel in line with the medial arch of the back foot. Remember, if you've got those sacroiliac issues, you might need to widen those apart a little bit to accommodate. So let's bend the knee, make sure the shin is vertical, and you're squeezing this quad here for the stability of the knee. So breathe in, lift up, breathe out, take the arms open and wide into your warrior. One posture, turning the palms over to face the floor. So immediately going from 1 to 2 today. That means turning this back heel towards the back corner of the mat. Rotate the hips over that front leg and then bring the arms high above you. So you're in this warrior 2 position now. You're still stable in that front leg and your shin is still vertical. You still see your toes. Inhale as you exhale, drop the hands behind you and interlock the fingers, pulling them down towards that back leg. And then open the chest and sternum. So you roll your shoulders back and down and you look up towards the ceiling. Really pushing down and back with the arms. You're stretching the pecs and the chest. You'll feel a little pull in the tummy here as well. And breathe, don't hold your breath. Lovely. And then inhale as you exhale, we're going to reach forward with the sternum, keeping stable in that front leg. As you reach forward, a bit like your charity pose that you did a few weeks ago. Lifting the arms up so you're getting a lovely stretch again through the shoulders. Excellent. And then we're going to drop the arms and take the hands to the inside of the foot. Okay, normally we would be doing this if a runner, but we're going to have both hands on the inside of the foot. You're still bending this front leg here. Swivel the back toes forwards now, so as both sets of toes are pointing forwards. Yeah, that's good. You can press down with that back heel to get the lovely ankle and calf stretch there. You can stay here if you like, but we're going to bend and lean forwards into lizard, and this is a high lizard now. If you prefer to do low lizard, you can drop your knee to the floor. But what you're going to do is walk your hands forwards a little and then start to drop the elbows down. Now watch this shin stays vertical here as you lower yourself down to the ground. If you prefer the lower version, then you can just drop the knee down to the floor. This is the lower version of this that we did a few weeks ago. Just bring you over it so I can see you. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. You'll feel a big opening for the hips. If you've gone very narrow, you'll struggle a little bit to open them up. So make sure you've got to see there's quite a big distance between my legs to get down in this position. However, if my legs were here, I'd really struggle to get anywhere near. Okay, so there is quite a distance there. Now, if you like, this is the tweak. Okay, it's a bit awkward on Zoom to show you. So my left leg is forwards, my left arm can go underneath the left leg, and you can see my hand, look, the back of my hand, can you see it waving? Yeah. If you're nice and stable, you can take your right hand around the back of the waist and hold on to the left in this position. So this is a variation. This isn't for a beginner. So those beginners amongst us, just stay here, okay, Lisa, because that might be a step too far. Wonderful. For those that have gone for the full variation, untangle your arms now. Well done, Paula. Lovely. And drop your hands down to the floor. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our hands forward, walk them forward in front of the foot. Inhale as you exhale, scoot the leg forward and straighten out your front leg. And then bring the other leg to hip distance apart. Bend and soften the knees and roll up through the spine, bone by bone. Take a lovely deep breath in and a nice soft breath out. Lovely. Roll the shoulders, do what you need to do. Have a wiggle of those hips. And let's start again on the other side, shall we? Good job, well done, well done. I couldn't see everybody's, all of your body, but there's a few of you got into that, so excellent. Okay, so let's do the opposite side, shall we? So, striding back, so this time I've got my left foot back and my right foot forward. And again, your shin is vertical here, and you're switching on the quad. You're switching also on the glute and the hamstrings, so you've got good stability here. Breathe in, lift up, take the arms wide and open, turn the palms over to face the floor. Relax the shoulders. Very good. Then take and swivel your back heel towards the back corner of the mat. Twist your body forward and take your hands high over your head. Into our warrior two posture here. Shin is vertical. You see your big toes, you're lifting up. Big breath in as you reach up. Excellent. And then you're taking your hands and float them behind you and interlock the fingers here at the back. Pull the hands down now here. And let's arc our back. So as we're looking up at the ceiling, you're stretching your pecs and your chest, opening the heart. Imagine the heart being flooded with light. Excellent. Let's lean forwards. Lead with the sternum as you push forward, hinge from the hips. Lift those arms up and over. Be careful about your shoulder damage. Remember, keep your quad nice and stable, your glute nice and stable on that standing leg. Well done. And breathe, don't hold your breath. Let go of those hands now. Draw the hands down to the inside of the foot. Both hands to the inside foot. Remember, you can use blocks or cushions if this is a bit too low down, or a piece of furniture, a chair or something like that you can use as well. So if you want to do a high version, that's fine, but your low version is good as well by dropping your knee down. Then swivel your foot so those sets of toes are pointing forward and you're on your toes. Walk your hands forward and then start to drop your forearms down to the floor into this high lizard position. If this isn't good for you, drop your knee to the floor and relax the foot in this position instead. Now, if you tighten your hips, you may not go anywhere near the floor. It doesn't matter, remember. Some of you are still beginners and you're just learning your yoga. So don't strain yourself trying to get to these positions. It'll happen in its own time. Lovely. And again, high version, just up onto those toes. So for those that want to go for the variation, it's not everybody, you take your hands underneath the leg. So you're taking your right hand under right leg, the left obviously on the left. And then take your hands up so it's waving here. So my fingers, you can see the back of my fingers there to the camera. And you need to keep nice and stable. If your left hand now leaves the floor, to take it behind and hold on to the opposite hand. So you're in this lovely rotation and breathe. It is a balance, so you do need to be really stable and strong in those legs. If it doesn't do it for you, keep your hand on the floor. You just do the waist split here. Just have your hand around the waist instead and keep yourself stable. Just, go with it, whatever you can do. Lovely. Take the hands away, untangle yourself now. Drop your hands to the floor. Excellent. This time we're going to take both our hands now, one each side of the front foot, and we're going to stretch the back leg back so you're in the down dog position. That's it. And head between the arms. Let's go high onto the toes, so as you're really tensing through the calf muscles. Inhale as you exhale, just let go and release those calf muscles as you allow the heels to stretch towards the floor. You can either step forwards here or come onto your all fours. Step forwards and step forwards, or you can drop down onto the knees and bring your feet forwards. Okay, whatever gets you in this position here, in your forward fold. Inhale as you exhale, drop back down into that forward fold, relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders. Letting go, allowing the spine to stretch. Soften the knees and roll through the spine, bone by bone. Take a lovely deep breath in, and as you exhale, just let go and relax the body. Wow, well done, guys. So let's just have a moment of reflection. Lower the heart rate now, because that was quite intense. So have your feet at distance, have your hands facing forward, your shoulders back and down, and feeling torn in the spine. Gently close the eyes and take that full yoga breath. Inhale right to the top of the chest. And then exhale really slowly and just notice the sensations in your body. How's your body feeling after that? How's your heart feeling? Is your heart racing? Just try to steady that heart rate. Let's do that again. Inhale right the way to the top. And exhale slowly. Just noticing the energy flowing around your body. Maybe you feel a lightness to the body. Maybe you feel a buzz to the body, tingling sensation. Just notice what's happening and how the postures have affected your body. And then open your eyes when you're ready. Well done, guys. That time has absolutely fled. So it's time for relaxation for sure now. So if you want to grab yourself a drink, and we will probably run over by a few minutes if that's okay with everybody. So if you need to dim the lights, you can dim the lights or cover your eyes with something if you want to block out the light instead. Put your soft music on and lie yourself down in a comfortable position. I'll move you in a little bit so you can hear my voice a bit better. So let's tense the body to start with, and we're going to start with the feet. So pull the toes towards you, push the heels away, press your knees down into the floor. Squeeze your buttocks and press your lower back into the floor, tensing through the hips. Let's push our ribs into the floor, pulling the belly button towards the back of the spine. And then take your arms off the floor, just a few inches off the floor. And start to really squeeze those hands tight. Pulling the shoulders towards the ears. Screwing up your eyes, wrinkle your nose, press your lips and frown your forehead. And tighten all the muscles under your hair. Everything is tight in your body. Take a lovely deep breath in, and as you breathe out, let go, relax, release, and let everything go. Turn your palms uppermost towards the sky and let your fingers naturally curl into the palms of the hands. And allow your body to soften and relax with every out breath. Turn your head gently from the left to the right to take any stiffness from the neck. And then bring the head back to the center. Lift the head gently off the floor, tucking in the chin to lengthen the back of your neck. And then let the head roll back onto the mat. Making any adjustments that you need to make to get yourself in a comfortable place. Let's take that lovely full yoga breath again, breathing deep from the bottom of your belly to the top of your chest. Hold that breath in and feel that lovely expansion in your body. And then as you exhale, just let go and imagine grey smoke or a murky colour leaving your body as you let go of those toxins in your body. Notice again any sensations within your body. Give yourself a scan from the crown of the head to the tips of the fingers and toes. And notice if there's any tightness or tension in your body at the moment. And feel like you're just letting it go. With every out-breath, letting it go. Any thoughts that enter your head, again, just let them go, let them pass as quickly as they came. And feel how nice it is not to be thinking at all. Nothing's ever going to bring you peace but yourself. In your lovely peaceful state, I'd like you to take your awareness down towards your feet and start to relax your feet and your ankles, your toes. Feel that softness spreading into your shins and your calves as you relax your lower legs. And feel your knee joints just letting go, relaxing, releasing. Feel as if you're breathing into your thighs, and on the out-breath you begin to let go of any tension in your thighs, your hamstrings and your quads. And then start to release and relax your pelvic girdle, relaxing your glutes, your lower back, any heaviness in the bottom of your belly. And just feel your lower body starting to sink deeply into the floor. Bring your awareness now to your arms, the palms of your hands. Relax the palms of your hands and your fingers, your wrists. And feel that flow of warmth flowing through your forearms into your elbows and upper arms. And feel your arms growing heavy with relaxation on the floor. Notice any tension in your shoulders simply melts away into the floor. Feel your shoulders really relaxing, letting go. Any tightness in your shoulders simply disappears with the out-breath. Feel your chest open and grow loose and soft, and your rib cage soften. Feel the centre of your back beginning to let go and sink a little bit deeper into the mat. Feel your voice box and your neck muscles beginning to relax. Open and close your mouth if you need to relax your jaw. Allowing your tongue to become soft in your mouth. Feel your face, all of your features, your nose, your cheeks, your ears, your brow becoming soft and relaxed. And your eyes simply sink back into the sockets. Feel like you're freeing up all of the muscles under your scalp as you let go of any heaviness in your head. And allow your head to relax deeply into the floor. Bring yourself back to your breath again. As you inhale, notice that your breath lengthens down the length of your spine. And as you exhale, feel your back and your spine sink that little bit more heavier into the floor. Feel your whole body now completely relaxed, and your mind is calm. Just listening to the sound of your breathing. Nowhere to go, nothing to do but to chill, to relax, and to let go. Start to breathe that little bit deeper now. Start to become aware of the sounds in the room, the sounds outside your room. Become aware of your clothing and the mat. Start to feel energy with every in-breath. Feel like there's a light flowing from the crown of your head through your body, down your legs to your feet, down your arms to your hands. Start to feel refreshed, renewed, re-energized, revitalized, giving you all the resources that you need to finish your week and enjoy your weekend. I'll just give you a little quote as you wake yourself up. And plant your feet on the floor. Just rock your knees from side to side to massage your back into the floor. We must let go of the life we planned so as to accept the one that's waiting for us. I thought that was an appropriate quote. That's by Joseph Campbell. We must let go of the life we've planned so to accept the one that's waiting for us. It's a nice thought for the new year ahead. So bringing your knees into your chest and maybe rotating back into the floor. Give you a further stretch to those glutes, lower back, and hips. Then roll yourself over onto your right side in fetal position, supported by your hands and arms. And gently push yourself up to sitting when you're ready. Lovely. Excellent. Taking your hands together and give them a lovely rub with warm heating energy through the palms. Take the palms over the face and start to massage the hairline, massage the jawline, and give your neck and shoulders a little squeeze. Take the hands away from the body. Take a lovely deep breath in, a whole arm full of peace, good health, contentment, happiness, and beautiful big smiles, and draw them into the heart to last you all week. And again, big breath in, and a lovely slow breath out. Namaste. Well done. Give yourself a big clap. I'll just stop this recording before